Good morning. Happy Wednesday. We'll begin in just 1 minute. So, if you're just joining, find a comfortable space that you feel happy to explore yourself this morning and take a few deep breaths. Wherever you may be just now, just begin. Give your shoulders a roll and wake yourself up just a little bit. We'll tell our bodies, yes. Give your neck a little roll this way. And the other way. And bringing yourself to a posture that feels both released and attentive, that you can give yourself space to focus and turn inward. Feeling your sits bones in the chair if you're sitting. Or if you're standing, feeling your feet firmly rooted in the ground. Today we explore our experience moving through the world, how each moment lays here with us to be explored fully, and to be curious how we can be present for every moment and aware of how we can bring our voices, our hearts, and our minds into the world with clarity and intention. Give yourself a few deep breaths here, just feeling your breath wherever it is this morning. Anytime throughout the day, you can check in with your breath and root yourself in the present moment by taking 3 deep breaths wherever the breath is coming in. Allow the breath to express itself in whatever way it's needing to be expressed in that moment. Sometimes the breath can feel warm coming in through the nose. Sometimes you'll feel it in your chest and heart area. Sometimes in your belly, you'll feel your belly moving out and in. And if you need a low, deep breath, you can imagine your lower lungs that go very far deep into your back, almost all the way down your back. Just imagining your back filling with air. checking in with yourself as you take 3 nice deep breaths. How is your body doing? Is your neck released? Your shoulders, back, down? Are you holding anywhere? Anywhere? Release the jaw. And give yourself a nice exhale on an ah sound. Here we go. Just letting your breath and your voice be wherever it is at this moment. Releasing your tongue. We can sometimes hold so much tension in our tongue. And when you really release that, give yourself a little smile. Get your cheeks ready for the day ahead. Shake your head no. This really will release your neck. And shake your head yes. And now feeling the crown of your head rise to the clouds, creating even more space in our spine, more space in our voice and our instrument. And really feel once more that deep breath into your lower back. And give yourself a Give attention to your face. Can you release the muscles around your eyes? The muscles in your forehead. Let the face we put on, the face that is often so full of anxious need to do or accomplish or be something for someone else, let that all melt away. Let's start the day just completely released. You don't have to be anything or do anything. Let's take a few deep breaths and gradually release anywhere that feels like it might be holding. Our belly's free. Our feet making contact with the earth. Giving gratitude to our hands, the warmth that they bring to ourselves and other people. Give yourself a nice exhale again on an ah sound. We'll open up our voices this morning with the ah. If you want, you can put your hand on your chest and heart. If anything begins to hold as you start to make sound, just tell those places they can let go. Your tongue, your jaw. Give yourself another ha. And now let's give ourselves an O sound. The O really opens up our headspace, actually. It opens up all the cavities in our mind and in the back of our head. It really opens up the soft palate and the mouth. Let's try O. Just say O. Oh. Oh. And now on an the just say it one time. This will really resonate in your cheeks and in your forehead. And the will get our resonating chambers awakened this morning, making sure we're resonating ourselves and we can give that back to others. Give yourself a maybe a little smile, thinking of one beautiful thing you're going to do today. One thing that if you do today, you will be so happy. If you do this one thing, your day will be great. Let's be curious what that might be. And when you have it in mind, let's breathe that thought in through your nose and exhale on the as you think about that wonderful thing you're going to do today. So breathe in once through your nose. It could be reaching out to a friend. It could be doing that one task you just are so happy to do, that you bring all your passion and resources to. And setting an intention that this day will be resonant not only in our voice, but with our creativity and the work and beauty you bring into the world. Releasing the jaw and just give yourself a little loose dance. Make sure your spine is fluid. This is where we keep all of our feelings. And if any emotion comes up throughout the day that we don't want to feel, sometimes the spine can become very rigid. So if you're feeling it at all today that you might be holding on to something, just give your neck a little twirl. Give your spine a little flexibility. And just give yourself a nice exhale. That'll go a long way to staying present during the day and staying loose for anything that might come your way. Today, we'll be reading a poem called Ulysses, which is a poem of exploration, a poem of seeking, and being in the experience as it comes. Working with others, building a community and a legacy, and observing what we contribute into the world, What do we bring? What responsibilities we have to ourselves and others? Oh, and how can we use our voices to change the world and heal ourselves and other people? To give ourselves some focus, let's just take a few moments now, quiet moments, and use our imagination to give us some beautiful focus. You can use your imagination to reset any time throughout the day that you need a little space. Right now, if you can close your eyes, bring your attention inward. And imagine your mind as a beautiful, peaceful lake in the morning. The sun is rising, a glow around the earth, a stillness on the lake. The colors of the lake. Imagine for a moment your mind is a vast, calm lake. And as that lake expands, hear whatever may be around you just now. Is there a sound in the silence? As you continue to breathe, you can note the breath is rising when you inhale, falling when you exhale. And as your mind is a calm, vast lake, you are the mountain. Your body is the mountain rooted deep in the earth and rising up into the sky. A calm resolve. If you find yourself at all today feeling swept away by the day, you can use these images and your imagination to bring yourself inner calm and stability. You can give yourself 3 breaths. And in 3 breaths, usually we can process whatever may be happening in that moment. You can say rising when you're breathing in and falling when you're breathing out. Beautiful. Feel free to keep your eyes closed or open and imagine now the images that will occur in this poem, Ulysses, by Alfred Lord Tennyson. It little profits that an idle king by this still hearth among these barren crags, matched with an aged wife, I mete and dole unequal laws unto a savage race that hoard and sleep and feed and know not me. I cannot rest from travel. I will drink life to the lees. All times I have enjoyed greatly, have suffered greatly, both with those that loved me and alone on shore. And when through scudding drifts the rainy Hyades vexed the dim sea, I am become a name. For always roaming with a hungry heart, much have I seen and known. Cities of men and manners, climates, councils, governments, myself not least, but honored of them all, and drunk delight of battle with my peers, far on the ringing plains of windy Troy. I am a part of all that I have met. Yet all experience is an arch where through gleams that untravelled world whose margin fades forever and forever when I move. How dull it is to pause, to make an end, to rust unburnished, not to shine in use, as though to breathe were life. Life piled on life were all too little, and of one to me little remains. But every hour is saved from that eternal silence, something more, a bringer of new things, and vile it were for some 3 suns to store and hoard myself, and this gray spirit yearning in desire to follow knowledge like a sinking star beyond the utmost bound of human thought. This is my son, mine own Telemachus, to whom I leave the scepter and the isle. Well loved of me, discerning to fulfill his labor, by slow prudence to make mild a rugged people, and through soft degrees subdue them to the useful and the good. Most blameless is he, descend not to fail in offices of tenderness, and pay meet adoration to my household gods when I am gone. He works his work, I mine. There lies the port, the vessel puffs her sail. There gloom the dark, broad seas. My mariners, souls that have toiled and wrought and thought with me, that ever with a frolic welcome took the thunder and the sunshine, and opposed free hearts, free foreheads. You and I are old. Old age hath yet his honor and his toil. Death closes all. But something ere the end, some work of noble note may yet be done. Not unbecoming men that strove with gods, The lights begin to twinkle from the rocks. The long day wanes, the slow moon climbs. The deep moans round with many voices. Come, my friends. 'Tis not too late to seek a newer world. Push off, and sitting well in order, smite the sounding furrows, for my purpose holds to sail beyond the sunset and the baths of all the western stars until I die. It may be that the gulfs will wash us down. It may be we shall touch the happy isles and see the great Achilles whom we knew. Though much is taken, much abides. And though we are not now that strength which in old days moved earth and heaven, that which we are, one equal temper of heroic hearts, made weak by time and fate, but strong in will, to strive, to seek, to find, and not to yield. The courage in this poem. That feeling as we enter the unknown with an open heart, open mind, being ready and excited for anything that may come our way, and feeling that there may be something if we stay in the present and we stay in the moment and fill ourselves with hope. We build a legacy of community. We use our voices for good. And with courage, we enter each day to be open to change in ourselves, to follow knowledge like a sinking star, to strive, to seek, to find, and not to yield. For today's daily affirmation, I am courageous to ask and open to receive. Let's say it together. I am courageous to ask and open to receive. One more time. I am courageous to ask and open to receive. As we end this vocal meditation, let's give ourselves one more or three more deep breaths into our lower back. Asking ourselves, what is our experience now? What am I feeling now? What is my experience in this moment? Am I happy, sad, angry? Joyful? Breathe into whatever you may be feeling. And give that warm child within you a nice deep breath and kind encouragement. As we leave today, thinking about experience as an archway that we pass through. Each moment is new. Let's be open to each moment in ourselves and each other today. Thank you for joining, and I hope you have a beautiful day ahead, and I'll see you tomorrow.